Welcome, everyone. I would love to call Billy Lachman up to get us started this evening.
I don't have a podium, so I can't hide my notes. And my wife, my darling wife Pamela, and my daughters have made it a rule that I always have my notes or my speech written out because I tend to veer off course without it. By the way, I think the balance on this one was lower than his, just still. So let's make sure that's good because she's the star tonight. Shani. Okay, so hi everyone, and thank you for joining us on this wonderful night of celebration and song. I just want to say how moved I was this morning at the Shabbat service featuring Cantor Cohn and Cantor Breitzer, who came from New York for this, and accompanied by Professor Joyce Rosenzweig on piano. They were all terrific, and at times I was truly moved to tears. I want to thank Cantor Breitzer from Brooklyn, who studied with Shani, if I'm correct. And there's a guest appearance by Cantor Mendelsohn, who flew in from Santa Fe, New Mexico, where she's a cantor, her classmate and dear friend. We are also truly honored for them to be accompanied by their own professor from the faculty of Hebrew Union College in New York, who's flown out to Vancouver to perform with her former students throughout this weekend. Thank you. It was such a great fortune that when the search committee at Temple Shalom decided that Shani was the perfect cantor for our temple, and she was equally thrilled to come and join us here as well. The pandemic created a once-in-a-lifetime challenge to everyone's life in so many ways, often tragic and sad. On the other hand, the pandemic forced us to pivot and become creative on how to deal with job searches and interviews when travel was impossible. I was fortunate enough to have been asked to join the new Cantor Search Committee during the period of the lockdown. Choosing a cantor is a unique situation because a fundamental part of the job requirement is the ability to have a beautiful, trained, and spiritual voice. I have to find my way here again. Okay, so with the beautiful transfer. This fact profoundly narrows the playing field. I think it's comparable to the challenges that an NHL team, National Hockey League team, like our Canucks, goes through when they need to find the next starting goalie for the team. If they want to have a winning season, you can't do it without an incredible goalie. I added that because Jonah, if I'm correct, the rabbi's son is a goalie, right? So I thought if he's watching or listening, he'll like that and relate. You know. So you need to find the cream of the crop, and the best are few and far between. Overall, the Cantor candidates were all terrific and qualified. They all had more actual experience as cantors, as Shani was fresh out of school. Yet something happened the first time we Zoomed with Shani. Something. In the normal non-pandemic world, Shani would have flown out to Vancouver, and over a weekend there would have been interviews and auditions. But here we were doing these interviews and auditions electronically, stripped down to a most impersonal interaction. What a challenge that was for the committee and Shani. Here she was in her tiny apartment in Brooklyn. No fancy lighting, no professional grade mics or mixing boards or PA systems, just Shani and her acoustic guitar. For me, this whole experience was magical, once-in-a-lifetime event. I think I can speak for everyone on the committee that from the minute Shani began performing, we all started believing that we had found the new cantor for Temple Shalom. That's very touching. Really, I didn't think that was going to happen. It's so weird. We were thrilled. We were thrilled with her audition. I've just got to find this. This is her beautiful voice, her smile, her sincerity, and her holiness, and your holiness. At the follow-up audition, she sang Avinu Malkeinu. Is that correct? Or Avinu Malkeinu, sorry. And bam, we knew we had found our new cantor. I also want to mention that as an ordained cantor, her spiritual gifts and great intelligence has had a profound impact on our seniors programs and B'nai Mitzvah tutoring and adult education classes. Finally, Shani, listening to you sing this morning, my mind wandered back to your first high holiday performance, which I think was on Zoom, right? We weren't here, or some people? It was a little over a year ago. And I want to congratulate you and say how much you've matured as our cantor, how you've evolved. Your voice is more beautiful than ever. And I just want to say you're awesome. And you're a great guitarist. So let the show begin. Thank you.